Please welcome to the stage the very funny Mr. Miles Verweil, everybody. Miles! Okay. All right, guys. I don't want to start off by bragging, but I drove here. I drive a 1998 Toyota Corolla. I'm leasing it. So, yeah, it's 5 cents a day till I die. It's the Corolla for Life program. If you guys want to look into it, it's a good deal. Anyone here? Any of you guys got dogs? Any dog owners here? A lot. A few of you guys sensing maybe a bit more of a hamster crowd. Now, but my cousin recently got a dog, right? He's following this very trendy dog training regime, which is really popular right now. You guys might recognize it's all based around the idea that the dog views whoever they're living with as like a dog pack or a wolf pack, right? And what you have to do is you can't let the dog, no matter what, think they're the leader of the pack, okay? So a couple things my cousin does. One of the things, if he's taking his dog for a walk, his dog can never walk ahead of him, or else his dog thinks, he's leading the pack, starts to gain power. So my cousin will like stomp towards him and squirt him with a squirt water gun, right? Which is always fun to be with him in public, when he's doing that. Another thing, if I go to his house, right, like the dog will run to the door to get pet, but then my cousin will scream "ba" at the dog and I, which "ba" means no in dog. You guys know that, right? It's common knowledge. So, because apparently if the dog comes up to me and then I pet it, he's getting, he's demanding a pet, gaining power, getting what he wants, right? And so yeah, as you guys can tell, completely takes, why does he have a dog, It's, I can't even pet his dog at this point. What is the point? And I was saying to him the other day, have you tried just letting your dog think he's a leader of your pack? What is actually the worst case scenario here? Right? What are you running from? Are there known cases out there of dogs taking over families' lives? If I had a dog and I let it think it was a leader of my pack, what is it going to start just making executive decisions for my household? I come home from work one day, walk in, my dog's in the kitchen, talking to a contractor. It's just yeah, you know what, I'm not sure why they put the kitchen island there. Let's move that back a little bit. Dumb idea. Also, let's bring the ceiling down to 4 feet. That's a ton of wasted space there. The subordinates can crawl, if you ask me. That's what, I come home from work, I'm like, what the hell is going on? My dog's like, speak when spoken to. Sorry about him. I'm like, okay, it's doggy school for you, buddy. This is out of control, right? Then I take him to dog school, talk to a guy there. I'm like, what are you here for? He's like, my dog tried to renovate my house. I'm like, same, happened to me as well. He's like, this is my second time back. I'm like, tell me about it. He's like, well, it started with little things. My dog, walking ahead of us on walks, leading the pack, as they say. Demanding to be pet on command. Then slowly and surely, he started to take the leadership role away from me in the household. I knew it was really bad when one day I came home from work and my dog was teaching my eldest son how to shave for the first time. That's a memory I'm never going to get back, unfortunately. Should have bought more. You can always buy more. You guys remember, I was reading an article the other day, it was about the Leopard Man. You guys remember him? It's not ringing any bells? A couple people maybe? He was a guy who was on the cover of Ripley's Believe It or Not one year, right? And he was a guy who tattooed himself from head to toe in leopard spots. He wore a little rag and he lived on an island his entire adult life as a leopard, right? He was a career leopard. And basically the reason why they had this article on him is because it's talking about how he's in his 70s now and he's having to retire from the leopard lifestyle. So he can't do it anymore, right? And you could comment on the article because it was online, but all the comments were really negative, saying things like, this guy's a weirdo, freak show, things like that. Kind of making fun of him for doing that. And I was reading those comments and I was thinking okay, it's clear these people leaving the negative comments are forgetting the big dreams they once had as kids, right? Maybe the dreams they gave up on. You know what I mean? Because think about it. If you ask, like, I think that's kind of how it works. When you're really young, you have like huge dreams, right? And then you get older and older, and they get like smaller and more realistic as you age. So think about it. If you ask like a 5-year-old what they want to be, they'll say something you can't even physically be, right? A 5-year-old will be like, I want to be a mermaid, you know? Or I want to be the Lion King. I want to be a leopard man, something like that, right? And then you get a little bit older. You ask a 10-year-old what they want to be. This time they choose like an actual job. But the dream's still huge, right? A 10-year-old will be like, you know what, that mermaid thing may be a little far-fetched. I'll just play it safe, be an astronaut. Play in the NFL when I'm not in space. You know? And then like you get a little older, you go to high school, right? And you graduate from high school, and you got to put in the yearbook again what you want to be. This time it's more realistic. People putting down like teacher, lawyer, doctor, things like that. Right? Then you go off to college, university, a few years go by, and you graduate from there, and you get home, and again, people are like, what are you going to do? This time it's like, maybe I'll work for my dad's drywall company for a bit. Get a job at Second Cup, work for a pyramid scheme on the side. Right? But you got to hand to this guy, each time he made it to the next phase, people are like, what are you going to do? He's like, how many fucking times do I have to tell you guys? I'm going to be a goddamn leopard. It's amazing. It's like, when you think about it, most 15-year-olds, like, most people couldn't make their 15-year-old self proud. This guy's 3-year-old self would be like, you fucking did it, dude. Holy shit. I drew a picture of you and that's what you became. You're the man. Amazing. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. Have a great night.